The bounce deck is definitely better with Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey is a solid upgrade to that archetype. Today's stream is brought to you by none other than Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to be playing that for a couple hours at the end of the stream today. What's going on, MV930? Thank you for the quarter of a year. For people that are newer to the channel, you might not know that I've played a bunch of Raid in the past. Whenever the opportunity comes up to do some sponsored stuff for them, I almost always take them up on it, because I like the game. It's a very, very good numbers go up character team building game underneath it all. Yeah, I played it religiously for a very long time. Completed most of the content of the game. Dev, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Alright, so this is definitely a Daredevil middle angle, I think. I guess we could White Queen. I don't know that I want double White Queen, though. Now, I played Marvel Strike Force. I have played a little bit of Strike Force in the past, yeah. Yeah, Strike Force is fine. I think the team building in Strike Force is a little bit more shallow than the team building is in Raid. I think Raid is like genuinely best in class for team like depth when it comes to team building and character building in that genre of game. I'm just gonna Shang down the Carnage. Do we just get hubbed? Oh my god. Absolutely brutal. That is a hub juggernaut. Oof. Yeah, so the thing to know about Marvel Snap is that usernames in Marvel Snap are not unique, and there are multiple Jeff Hooglands and multiple of basically every content creator that exists out there as far as usernames are concerned. If you play against someone in Marvel Snap and their deck isn't full of sick inked cards, it's not me. That's your is this Jeff heads up. I think Teenage Warhead here means we get them, right? We have priority. Agent Coulson kicks these up. Victory. Yes, my avatar is fairly rare too. I've been using the Punisher avatar, so if you don't see the Punisher avatar in a bunch of sick variants, that's not me. Yeah, there are a number of people that play Leech and Galactus while using my name. No, I don't usually play games with viewers. Duraz. Latter. Battle mode content is not particularly popular. Yeah, I'm open to deck suggestions. I don't have anything really planned. We're just dorking around with this one a little bit to start. Slinger, thank you for the 50 months. Welcome back. Appreciate that. You have a favorite zoo deck. You can like Khazar. We've actually played a bunch of Shauna Swarm over the last little bit. Played that a lot recently. Speak of the She-Devil, yeah. Damn it, Bobby! Unfortunately, we lost the priority coin flip here. We're 10 to 10 and 6 to 6. So I can't warhead this dino because we lost the 50-50. Yeah, we're just dead here.
Escape.
Mastery it with Hitmonkey. Sure, you could post like a snap fan link in chat. You can check it out. Some variation of Shuri. There really aren't any Shuri decks that I enjoy. It's really binary card. I guess we could maybe build... We could build like Zabu Shuri. It's something that I've thought about poking at with, See, I don't even think Shuri Nimrod is that interesting. Like, optimal Shuri Nimrod is basically just playing a Galactus deck, right? Do you see some Stature? I don't think Stature is very good, so I don't intend to play her today.
Wind, aid my hand.
Do I have Kang? Yeah, I have every card in Marvel Snap. Oh yeah, chat was moving along a little fast. Thank you. They're jugging Mojo World? Really? Strange. Oh, I guess the way this works, I lose out of my warhead now, though. Because they have priority. Yeah, I really don't enjoy playing, like, stock good decks like Thanos. Oh, this is a bad version of Thanos. Yeah, I've seen that one going around. Maybe we can play a bad version of Thanos. This takes up to 18 here. You can Mystique plus White Queen. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that probably does it, right? That's way more stats. welcome. I've always thought Raid Shadow Legends was a beam. Is there actually a good game in there? There is, yeah. Yeah, I've spent hundreds of hours playing Raid. I don't want to know the number. Most of it was on Android, so I can't actually look at it, but I put a lot of hours into Raid over the years. When we log in to play later today, you're going to see an account that is fairly stacked. I think Raid is one of the best in class for that style of team building character game. I think it does a lot better job of it than a lot of other things do in the space. Hey, Pac-Man, thanks for the brand new prem, appreciate it. Morning, good morning. Happy Friday. As a heads up for the regulars, by the way, with the patch coming on Tuesday, I'm expecting to do a lot of streaming Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So I'm gonna plan to take a 3-day weekend this weekend. So expect to not see me on Monday. I've done several raid promos over the years, and yes, they've paid me a bit more for sponsored stuff than I paid them back. But I definitely gave them a good chunk of their own money back while playing their game. I think my raid spending was somewhere in the low 4 digits after like two years or so. Do my snap dailies on my non-streaming days? Sometimes. I've done it a bit less since I don't need tokens as much anymore.
I am Iron Man.
I hate the hip bundle. No, I don't usually buy the purely cosmetic bundles. In order for a bundle to be worth buying for me personally, I need to be able to get more out of it in terms of account progress than I get, I need to get more out of it in terms of account progress than I would get for buying credits directly, or gold into credits. And this Warhead probably wins the game here, right? She keeps this clear for the lizard. They could, like, what's it called? They could, like, Blue Marvelous or whatever, but Warhead's a great draw here.
Victory.
I can't justify spending 4 digits on any game. So, I find a lot of the commentary around whether or not you can or should spend on a game. Like, obviously, you shouldn't spend money that you don't have on a game. But, like, take when I played Raid, for example. I never did Raid for content. It was just my job. And I said I spent low 4 digits on it. But I played the game for over 2 years every day. And, like, at 2 years every day playing the game, I spent, like, 50 to 100 bucks a month on it. And it's like spending 50 to 100 bucks a month on something that I played for, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours a month, spending like $1 or $2 an hour on something. I don't really look at that as like a waste, right? Like, so many people, like, I knew growing up, especially during like college and undergrad, you know, they'd go into a bar on the weekend and they'd spend, you know, $100 to drink for one night, or more than that sometimes, and nobody would bat an eye about it. but me spending 50 to 100 bucks a month on a game that I play for dozens of hours is supposed to be like this stigma around it. It's very silly. Are Debris and Juggernaut replaceable in the highlight for this morning? Juggernaut's replaceable, Debris really isn't. Like I mentioned in the highlight, Debris is one of the only cards that fills for Surfer and Patriot. And it's also definitely true that I'm a little bit desensitized to the cost of hobbies. Like, I grew up playing Magic the Gathering and playing that game competitively. I'll never forget the first time Christy and I went to Gen Con and she was balking at the price of some board games she wanted to get, and she wasn't sure if she wanted to buy it. And every time she picked up a board game, I was just like, that's half a Scalding Tarn. All right, that's one Snapcaster Mage. That's 1/60th, 1/75th of my Magic the Gathering deck. If you want the board game, you should buy it. Icarus, thank you for the brand new tier 1. Appreciate the support. You adapted to the way like I was born to be one. Yeah, exactly. I think I want a Modok, because if we draw Mr. Fantastic, it's kind of great, right? Joke's on you, Scorpion! Yeah, that's there we go. That's exactly what we wanted, that or Mr. Fantastic. That's the other comparison a lot of people don't get either. Is like, I'll hear people say, I can't believe you spent 50 bucks on a freemium game. I could buy a AAA game for that. And it's like, yeah, but the average AAA game I buy has a 15 to 30 hour story. So even if I go on the high end of that and say I spent 50 bucks on my freemium game, but I played it for over 30 hours in a month, my dollar to entertainment ratio is still better than what that AAA game would have given me. And that's not to say if you enjoyed the AAA game, it was a waste, but it's just so strange to me that people think about the costs of things in that way. So, as someone who's a big numbers person, it's like, I don't think they were a White Tiger deck, Duck Doolittle. I think they were just like a weird long bounce deck. For what it's worth, I also think if you're someone who enjoys the challenge of playing a game completely free to play, that's fine too. It's not to say that you have to spend money on these games. It's just, I think it's weird that there's a stigma around the digital things in the way that there is for so many. Bionic Microbe, thanks for coming back for a third of year. Folks like you make my job possible, appreciate it. And Hats! One of the oldies, but a goodie. Thank you for the almost 5 years. They've played some Raid with us before. They've been around. How many cards, without naming specific ones, do you hope that they fix in the upcoming patch? As far as nerfs or cards that I hope change go that suck, I'm like, my perfect wish list would be Shuri, Galactus, Leech, and Sandman I would like changes to. As far as buffs go, I actually hope they don't do too many buffs all at once with the weekly thing. I think like somewhere between 2 to 4 buffs would be good, and then give us 2 to 4 buffs every week for the 6 weeks following. Is what I would want to have happen. What Jeff the Shark decks you have brewed up for next week? So, I can't really brew too many Jeff the Shark decks yet until I know if we're gonna have Kitty Pride or not. Yes, yeah, if you click the raid link, it'll take you right to the App Store, which will give me appropriate credit. It all works out on the back end. And we haven't had official confirmation yet whether or not Kitty is coming back or not. I think you should mention about people spending money on games that have a gambling gotcha addiction are predatory in nature. You're right. Regular traditional video games would never be predatory in nature. Please pay no attention to the 50 Steam games in my library that I bought on Steam sales that I have never nor will I ever play. It's only those damn mobile games that are predatory in nature and are coming to get you. They invented it. Only 50, yeah. $50 is this amateur hour, yeah, exactly. Chat, predatory sales tactics weren't even invented by the mobile game industry. Predatory sales tactics and encouraging people to buy shit they don't actually want to buy goes all the way back to your local supermarket 50 plus years ago. It's been a long time coming. You ever walk into a gas station and the bottles of iced tea are $1.50 each, or 2 for $2.50, or 2 for $2, and you're like, well, I was only gonna actually drink 1 bottle of tea, but I can't not buy the second. It's such a good deal. It's literally exactly the same thing. Yeah, even the word gotcha in gotcha games refers to a physical gambling machine that exists. Is accurate. Again, like, I think it's fine to like talk about those things and call them out, but so many people are like, these games invented this and they're evil and other things aren't. It's just like, that's just like so far from the truth. There's a big difference with games when you're buying stuff that entices you to buy something that you don't know exactly what you're gonna get. You're right. These damn video games and their inventing of loot boxes. Hold on. Oh, let me pause for a moment here. I hate that video games invented loot box gambling. Let's get a. All right. Sorry, Fred. I need a second here. That fresh pack smell. There's nothing really like it. What do we get? Oh, there's no VMAXs, there's no GXs. There's just regular old Pokemon cards in here. Okay, I got one shiny one. This one is shiny. This one is shiny. My camera's not set to autofocus, so it won't quit. I got one shiny one. It's a damn shame these video games invented loot boxes, though. Just the damnedest shame. How did you have an unopened booster pack just sitting there? My wife and I keep unopened Pokemon product in the house to periodically reward my older 2 children for good behavior. Did I just retreat for the sake of a meme? I did, in fact, just retreat for the sake of a meme. They're child bribes. Before anybody asks, TVA and Limbo. TVA wins. The game's ending on turn 4. In reality, I just saved my children from the crushing disappointment of a subpar pack.
Time's up.
Victory.
How many kids do I have? My wife and I have a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, and an almost 3-year-old. And then there are currently 1,002 of them in chat. I'm glad I don't have to pay child support for those ones, though. Hey, thanks for ever completed the raid tutorial. Checking out the sponsor today. We're going to play some of that at the end of the stream as our sponsored segment today. If you're already someone who regularly does raid, I'd encourage you to still hang out for the stream. We can reminisce over my stacked account together. Check it out. Although I saw they added a real-time PvP arena in their most recent patch. Which is a much asked about feature for a long time when I was playing a lot. It's neat to see that get added. I don't think the timing on my sponsored stream is going to be a window where I can play it. It's only open for like half the day because I assume they wanted to make sure they have people in the queue. Yeah, it's almost MOBA-esque in the system that it uses. It like uses like a draft system, it said, which is interesting. I think we just do this and make sure they can't win this Omega Red path. Rip.
I am Iron Man.
Didn't you say raid was predatory? I said capitalism is predatory. Samuel, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate that. Oh my god, we beat him anyways? Iron Man's so good. Marvel Snaps, predatory. Legends of... And that's... So, one of the things that's interesting to me about monetization discussions is a lot of people hear the word predatory and they think predatory means expensive. And a good example of that not being the case is Legends of Runeterra is actually a predatory game as well. It's just a cheap, free-to-play friendly predatory game where a lot of the things that are predatory are so normalized, people don't even think about it, right? Like, daily login missions are predatory. Battle passes are predatory. Anything that leverages psychology to encourage players to do something that they wouldn't otherwise want to do is predatory. Thanks for the almost 2 years. Yeah, I mean everything, there's sliding scales for everything. Life is not black and white. I have to push him in the middle so he's resistant to Shang-Chi. It's me, RST. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Here's hoping Jeff the Shark and Kitty Pryde come back. My take on casino gambling. I don't personally have a problem with casino gambling. I enjoy games of chance. That's why I'm a card gamer. That's why I enjoy games that typically have loot boxes. Yeah, no, that's not even like, I know someone in chat just said that in jest, but like, yeah, slow mode in a way is predatory. Using it here in chat. Using slow mode is a way for me to incentivize people having a fear of missing out and encourages them to subscribe to the channel. It serves purposes other than that, allowing me to have better responses to things that people are saying, but it also does that as well. Gonna win the right super hard. I think they're gonna move the vision. Haters Anonymous, thank you for the brand new prep. Appreciate the support. We need them to not hit the hammer again. Damn it.
To me.
Rip. Bam, bam, slam, slam. Thanks for the quarter of a year. Appreciate it. All right, well, we successfully won the right, but we lost the middle by a little bit. Oh, we were losing the middle. We'd have lost even if they hadn't hit the hammer again, right? They would have been 19-19, and we would have been down 14, and we're only up 8. What have I thought about this deck so far? It doesn't feel particularly compelling. And this is a little bit of bias because we obviously just played against the Big Things deck, but the Valkyrie Bast non-monkey deck, it might just be a better version of this. Is the Bast negative deck the best Iron Man deck? Either the Bast negative deck's the best Iron Man deck, or the, there's the Bast negative's a good Iron Man deck, or there's the Bast, Patriot deck, also is an Iron Man deck, that plays Valk. Do you have a favorite Hazmat deck? I don't really. I've been pretty underwhelmed with a lot of Hazmat decks I've played. Hey, Argoth, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Technically, Death Thanos is the best Iron Man deck. Does that deck play Iron Man? gonna die to an Enchantress or a Shang-Chi. I see the bounce deck with Iron Man going around. I don't know that I believe that that's better than the regular bounce deck.
I am Iron Man.
Use the Shang-Chi on the left and Scarlet Witch on the right. They have Killmonger? They must have Killmonger, right? Yeah, I don't know. This build, I'm gonna give this one like 1 or 2 more chances, but I'm kind of over what this deck is doing. It feels worse than the Valkyrie version that we played. What's the end game like in Raid? Gear grinding's definitely a part of it. There's also just like more total content in Raid than a lot of other games of that genre have, just because Raid's one of the older ones. Got a pretty deep range of stuff to do. I have my account in Raid is a end game-ish account, so we'll run through all the different things there is to do in the game when we do the sponsored segment in a couple hours. We're gonna start that about 1 o'clock. Uh, 1 o'clock Central, so in about 2 hours. All my time zones when I give them on the channel are Central Standard Cornfield time. I guess we're technically Central Daylight Cornfield time right now. My level 50 in Pogo. I think 41 or 42. I play Pokemon Go pretty casually. That's a good draw.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Ow, punished. Ooh, that's actually a great draw. That probably wins it, right?
Victory.
The Dan Hip bundle is... What's the best way to put it? The feedback I've seen on this makes me chuckle and think people really just want to complain. Because I always hear people say games like Marvel Snap should monetize cosmetics and not game pieces. And that's exactly what this is. This is a purely cosmetic bundle with no meaningful account progress in it. And yeah, it's expensive, but that's them monetizing cosmetics. There's no game pieces here, right? Like if your goal is credits, you're better off buying credits down here with this button, right? I actually think bundles like this are great and they should price them at whatever is most profitable for them. Monetizing pure cosmetics like that are exactly what I want the game to do. We played Hitmonkey with Mr. Negative, and I was super underwhelmed by it. All of your good Hitmonkey draws in the negative Hitmonkey deck are already good negative draws, and if you have a good negative draw, you don't need Hitmonkey. And if you don't have a good negative draw, your Hitmonkey doesn't do anything. Is there good value from the Throg bundle? You can see a comparison of the Throg bundle against all the other upcoming bundles here on my YouTube channel. Good is very subjective, so it depends on what you're looking to do. There's also the question of tokens don't buy Series 3 cards anymore, so what's good value or not is gonna vary a little bit for a lot of people depending on what happens with what you're looking to do in terms of progressing your account as well. Snap them. Honestly, we probably should have snapped them before we Patreoned here, but I just didn't know what deck they were playing. Bast is such a sweet card. She unlocks so many new archetypes for people. Just isn't a card you can replace in most decks that play her. Excited for people to get access to her. Mr. Manchi, thank you for the third of a year. Appreciate that. Okay, but like, what if I go Patriot, Demon, Wasp, and grab my free 6-drop? Coconut Wrangler, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Appreciate it. By the way, just a general comment for people that are coming in that weren't here yesterday. I have canceled my ads contract I had previously with Twitch, which means other than the occasional pre-roll when you first come into the channel, you will no longer see adverts here on Hoaglandia. And subs obviously still won't see the pre-roll either, but in general. Do I have any way to beat Doctor Doom plus She-Hulk? Why did I cancel it? Because they reduced the amount of money they were paying me by a significant amount. I was willing to sell your eyeballs out for a lot of bit of money. I was not willing to make my content worse and sell your eyeballs out for a little bit of money. Now, Blue Marvel loses to She-Hulk Doom, which is what their deck is. Heptop Blonde, thanks for the brand new prime, appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm over this. Let's try this Thanos deck. I've been meaning to try this one. It's a Thanos deck without Lockjaw, which seems sus. People seem to believe that as cosmetics are priced cheaply, many people would buy them. The games industry at large has been tracking, experimenting with pricing for decades, and often they price cosmetics higher than people would like, but I imagine that's because one sale at a higher price is more profitable than trying to sell 15 at a lower price. Yes. Yeah, that's a thing I hear quite frequently. People are like, they would make more money if they priced the cosmetics cheaper, and it's like, I promise you, they are not pricing the cosmetics expensive because they think pricing it that way makes them less money. They are pricing their cosmetics the way they are pricing them because all of their testing says that that is the most profitable way to do it. This is definitely a snap. We get the Soul Stone in the middle, Green Goblin into Viper the right. The raid stuff is over my camera. Yeah, that's where I usually put promo stuff. 5 across. So, people asking what's the best Valk deck to climb with next week. We don't know the answer to that, right? We're gonna get a balance patch on Tuesday, so hopefully the format's gonna change. That Thor's gonna be fighting for his life, sure is. Valkyrie on the left here actually lets us tie Death's Domain, which is fun. Which I think is actually the line. Oh, I could Space Stone left too. Yeah, that's actually the better line, right? And then we win here and here. That was actually a great draw too. They're gonna go +6 here on the Thor, but we're gonna go +4 and +3 up to 8.
Mjolnir, to me.
Hey, thanks for the 11 months shuffle up and heal. Appreciate it.
Victory.
Yeah, it was a sweet first game for this one. Well, maybe we'll take notes.
The universe shall be set right.
Huh. Our hand's actually pretty awkward here, huh?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Spider-Man even gets to bounce out of the pet mansion here before we lock it down. This Inkdex is good. Yeah, it's even got the white swirl on it. It's S tier split for sure. Alright, so there were Mr. Negative deck that didn't have Mr. Negative. We get to Greed Goblin. Let's do this for the most stats. Oh, this ends up with this in the middle though, right? Do this then. So we do this because if they play one card here Titania comes back to us. And if they play no cards here, Titania will be 4 on their side, which puts, I guess that ties us. Like, that's fine, though. I think they're going to play at least 1 card here. Okay, so we won, but wow.
Victory.
What are they cooking? I thought they were Mr. Negative, they were not. I'm glad we had Valk for the left. Odin was not on my output range. I guess once they Magneto'd, maybe I should, yeah, maybe they're a Hela deck. They could be booster farm. I don't know, they're playing like a lot of reasonable cards. If you're booster farming these days, you want your cards to actually be upgraded, right? So that way they're missing boosters. Yeah, they could be a MODOK Hela deck. Weird either way. What does Thanos do for this deck? Just random utility, basically.
Shall be set right.
Valkyrie seems like a good tech card. Yeah, she's gonna be. You can expect Valkyrie to become immensely more popular when she drops down. Card is very, very good. Rewarded for time stoning here. I missed that. How does the booster system work? I thought boosters had a higher probability of going to the card that was the least upgraded. So the booster system hasn't worked like that in a very long time. Currently, the way the booster system works in Marvel Snap is if a card is currently missing boosters to be able to get its next upgrade, it is twice as likely to get boosters compared to everything else in your deck. So still fairly unlikely, but twice as likely. Oh, man. This was actually going to be really good here, huh? Sedge. I was gonna Spider-Man the Strange Academy. That's no longer an option.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Blue Marvel. I think we're dead, huh? This deck does not have a lot of ways to break Valk symmetry.
Escape.
Doesn't Valk draw it? No. Soulstone. Breaks Valk symmetry on the right for them.
Shall be set right.
Is Lapras or Goodra more fun for right now? Lapras might be a little bit overtuned in Pokemon Unite. Believe it or not. New character release in my MOBA being overtuned. I'm shocked. Well, not shocked really, but I played 3 or 4 games with Lapras last night. It was good fun. Ip cheerio. We don't play District X games at Infinite on this channel.
Escaped.
You played Thanos ongoing, not anymore. We play lots of different decks on this channel. Wanted to give this one a try that someone liked. That's a fire shirt. Yeah, this is for one of our channel sponsors, Into the AM. They do a lot of different sweet graphical t-shirt designs. One of my favorite parts of working with them is they send me some. What have you played Ant-Man over Hood? Well, Hood and Titania, in a way, are ways to break Valk symmetry. Because you play Valk plus a high power 1-drop afterwards. I get tired of the in-game sounds. Nah, I like the snap in-game music. It's lovely. The Polaris is mine, so did Necrotia. Come and get it. Hey, thanks to the folks that checked out Raid using the link, by the way. Great way to support the content, so check out the sponsor if you haven't before. We're gonna be playing some Raid at the end of the stream today in a couple hours. Step into my office, Mindstone. Okay, so in theory, if I do this, the Titania's staying on my side, right? $93K to Shillionaire, slow and steady. Okay, we have built our own Sanctum Sanctorum in the center here. I think we're supposed to snap them before this Spider-Man flips up. Would I swap for Valk? Probably Shang-Chi is the go-to Valk swap if you're missing her for now. How does the interaction work if you play Titania first in empty location and then Viper? Yeah, she jumps across and then comes back because Viper sends her across and then she moves over. So, most of the things they could play that put extra power center cost more than 3. And then Blue Marvel actually lets us beat the only one we're really worried about, which is like Mr. Fantastic. There's no Spectrum or Blue Marvel for them here because they can't play those into the big house. Yeah, I think once they bring Shuri down a peg here as well, I think Thanos is likely going to be a top deck in the... I think Thanos is currently a top deck in the format. It just has so much utility. I think that it's definitely underexplored at the moment because people are just like, oh, they nerfed it, I should play other things. Card's still very good.
The universe shall be set right.
Is negative Thanos a thing? Not that I've seen anyone do successfully. Yeah, I mean, I actually think absent Leech, Thanos is a very good and reasonable archetype to have be the best deck in the game. Leech is just an experience. I'm leaving just the Hood in the center for now in case we peel a Viper. What do you think about Hood in this deck? Curious since you have no way to get rid of it. We have Viper, we have Valkyrie, and we have... Yeah, Viper and Valkyrie. We have 2 ways to get rid of it. I assume Leech and High Evolutionary won't interact at all, because High Evolutionary only activates cards at the beginning of the game that had no abilities. So Leech is giving them no abilities in the middle. If they don't play into Mojo World here, I get to Spider-Man them there. Then I just need to figure out how to win one of the other 2 locations.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
There's 9 in the middle. It's probably enough. They might have Squirrel Girl, that's true.
Victory.
Narrator, they did not have Squirrel Girl. Yeah, I'm glad we tried this one. This is kind of just like a deck playing a bunch of the cards I like playing with Thanos shoved in at the top for utility and curve smoothing, which he's very good at both. Does Shadow King work against Devil Dino or Warhawk? No, Shadow King does not impact ongoing modifiers.
The universe shall be set right.
Thankless Grind, thank you for the 3rd of a year. Welcome back. Aww. The wonderful reality. Sometimes reality doesn't suck, chat. Again, I'm gonna prioritize just leaving the Hood alone in the middle in case we peel a copy of Viper. Think I'm just blue marveling here now because the Isle of Silence is going to be moving. We'll Spider-Man here, which puts us to 6. I'll Power Stone here, and then next turn we could go Demon Devil.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Hey, Shadow Fang, thanks for the 40 months. Welcome back. Wow, they really thought that was gonna get him there? Out of my game. Ambitious Taskmaster.
Victory.
Even pre-nerf, sure he wasn't winning this. Thanks for the almost 3.5 years, Shadow Fang. Appreciate it. I saw the 90 boosters on Viper. I was like, oh, I can split Viper. We finally have a good Viper split. We don't need to split her again.
The universe shall be set right.
Going on, Alex. Thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. If they had just Shuri, do you think they should have just Shuri's lab to match? Nah. Should you buy Thanos? I think Thanos is the singular best use of tokens in Marvel Snap. It is a perpetually Series 5 card that generates a unique and varied gameplay pattern that's not mind-numbingly stupid. I'm gonna yank their lizard out of the game lab here. Our hand is really bad to Dream Dimension. Yes, the cosmetic on your Thanos goes on all of the stones as well. So the quarter of a year, Alex. Welcome back.
Spider-Man here.
All right, take your cube.
Escaped.
Chat, Valkyrie is a really good card to think critically about. What are you doing if you're trying to replace her? What purpose does Valkyrie serve? What problem is she solving?
Shall be set
What other cards in Marvel Snap can fill some of those same roles? What's a must pick up, Bast or Valkyrie? Well, I'd recommend not getting Bast or Valkyrie at the moment because they're both about to become much cheaper. Tuesday, they both downgrade to Series 3. That being said, if you want to prioritize one over the other, I think Bast is the better card to pick up because Bast is harder to replace. In most decks, you could replace Valk with Shang-Chi, and they're about functionally the same. I'm gonna do this because I think they're likely to play at least one thing into the island here. And if they play one thing into the island, the Titania jumps across and locks them. And then, oh damn. I was about to say, ideally, we get to Professor X with a path next turn, but we lost the 1 and 3 on the Iceman. Huh, that makes things more challenging. I think that's good for us. Yeah, that's good. This gives us a chance to lock a lead with Professor X. Hopefully they're the Dirty 30 deck. And they're passing here to Infinite. Yeah, good stuff. So they go down to 21. We're going up to 23, 31. See if they full soak, we win no problem. They really think I just couldn't win middle? They just didn't think I had a big thing?
Victory. The universe shall be set right.
Yeah, we snap Green Goblin into the super flow in this house, chat.
Victory.
Fun fact, chat. This was my second to last Series 3 card, and I did not get it until collection level 4050. Was quite the slog.
Shall be set right.
And to those of you out there that are thinking, but wait, Jeff, weren't you playing when there were a lot less Series 3 cards and your last Series 3 card should have been a lot sooner than that? When they initially launched Marvel Snap into closed beta, it took until collection level 4,500 to get every card. And that was when there were a lot less cards. Back before they started adding regular releases in November, it took up to 4,500. Level 4,500 to get collection complete. Well, this will be good over here. They're playing at least one card here. Let's lock down the old Carmartage over here. We just do this, right? Their deck plays Shang, not usually. Yeah, I think it's just a point slam Thanos here. Because if they play 2 cards into Asgard, Titania ends up on my side. That even makes the dino bigger. LOL.
Victory.
No, Professor X does not send Titania across. His effect goes up before he's finished playing, and that locks Titania in place to the side that she's on. So if you play Professor X to your Titania path with priority, she'll stay on your side. But it also means you can't play him out to a location where she's on the opposite side, because she'll stay.
The universe shall be set right.
I think we just play the Reality Stone out to draw cards. Is Viper really worth it in the 2 slot? You're asking the wrong stream if Viper is worth it, chat. We are not a casual and Viper enjoyer on this channel. We've split her 11 times. I also think Viper in general is an underappreciated Marvel Snap card. Ask me to pick Jeff. What's a card people don't give enough respect to? Viper's definitely the answer.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
You think Living Tribunal and High Evolution will be big bags? I hope for the sake of Marvel Snap, there will not be more big bads added to the game. Perpetually Series 5 cards are one of the worst things to happen to Marvel Snap. And I hope that they will use that effect sparingly moving forward. Quality Snap after the turn 3 leech from our opponent. Big brain. You go by the Marvel Snap Zone roadmap, both he and LT will be big bads. There's literally been 0 confirmation of that. It is pure fucking speculation. Thanks for the third of a year, Jordan. So no, you should not go by anything you've seen on YouTube or anywhere else unless you see a confirmation from someone from Second Dinner saying that it's all bullshit, made up nonsense. Gotch, thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. When they announced weekly OTA changes, Wilker, they announced it starting the week after our patch coming up. As is always the case, it feels like when they announce stuff, people have a hard time keeping track of what's coming when. Honestly, seeing the communication around Marvel Snap has changed my mind. Has changed my mind about how companies communicate, and it's probably better if they don't tell players things in advance. To the person I just banned for claiming the matchmaking was rigged against them, this is not a Republican safe space. Please take your conspiracy theories and go somewhere else where they'll tolerate them. We lose priority here, but I think that's fine. I think we still just do this. If we had priority, Professor X would stop their lockjaw from working. Is Kitty Pryde gonna never come back? I mean, they need to patch to fix the card. So at the soonest, Kitty Pryde can come back on Tuesday. Jazzy Jeff, thank you for the quarter of a year. Oh, wow. Okay. That complicates things a little bit. They do have 5 cards in hand, 2 of which are swarms. Sometimes lucky rubber ducky.
Victory.
I think Hitmonkey is a pretty perfect power level for a card.
Universe shall be set right.
Sweet build around with a lot of utility. Morph just isn't really a playable card. I like working with new and interesting combinations of things. I don't like just putting bad cards in my deck. Is Nebula going to be a 1 or a 4 drop? We won't know until we get official confirmation from Second Dinner. Data mines have gone both ways.
Opponent snapped.
This is Ashuria. I don't have any cards that make me more likely to draw Valk, which sucks. I already stayed for the stab, though. We have to win a coin flip here. he says before getting Cosmoed. Damn. Maybe I'm supposed to not do the Green Goblin on the previous turn. I'm supposed to just like play two things here. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to not play the Green Goblin the previous turn. Supposed to play two other things. Supposed to leave. No, that's not true.
Shall be set
It's definitely
right.
definitely a good stay once we stayed for their step. We're not leaving on turn 5. We'll take a draw step. Fury is the only deck for me that feels bad to play both with and against. Yeah, it's a very binary deck. Takes a very specific type of player to really enjoy that type of gameplay pattern, I think. Hey, King Duck. Thank you for the 2.5 years. Welcome back. By the way, chat, the Venn diagram of people who can't figure out how to play Titania correctly and play Titania on turn 1's a perfect circle. Stop. Stop playing her on turn 1. Oh, I should play Daredevil before Reality Stone. Honestly, Daredevil should probably be in the middle. Yeah. Here's the upside to playing it right is I can play Spider-Man out there next turn. Yeah, the Titania one with the Ebony Maw is definitely on the cuter side. Oh, this is funny though, because now because of the Asteroid M, they have to play another card left to win it. Yeah, it's actually really good for us, huh? Well, they didn't know the Asteroid M was coming, because Reality Stone made Asteroid M. Sometimes reality is not disappointing. It's quite exciting.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Priority. Yeah, I think we're just dead, right? Certainly dead to Taskmaster. We should have Spider-Man middle. Is that true? Yes. If I Spider-Man middle, I don't have priority, and Soulstone and Lizard let Valkyrie win the right. Good shout. So we're dead here, but we should have Spider-Man in the middle.
Escape.
Oh, the asteroid would have grabbed Spider-Man either way. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. We're just dead. Yeah, I wonder if this deck wants Teenage Warhead. I've really liked her inside of these more controlling Daredevil shells.
Victory. The universe shall be set right.
Uncle Jeff, please forgive me. I didn't know what I was doing. I bought Galactus with tokens, and after 10 games realized I hate it. How many bounce games do I need to gain forgiveness? Asking the real questions. For what it's worth, chat, something I always try to be a big proponent of is I never blame the people playing toxic unfun decks for what's going on. It is firmly on the game developers to make sure that their game is fun. We're having some space issues here. What if I move to Tanya there, and then we, like, Viper Soulstone here? I think we Viper the left here. And then we go Blue Marvel, Blue Marvel. And kids in chat wanted to cut Viper. She's so good. She's so good. Yeah, my snap was maybe a turn late. Agree with that. Ooh, this is good. I've been waiting for this. Thank you for the tag in Discord, Gap. Comment from second dinner person Nikki Broderick here. We're almost ready to announce our plans for how we're going to share beta content with players, but it will be accessible. Thanks for your patience. Legba, thank you for the third of a year. Welcome back. So for reference, things like my Punisher avatar here and a number of variants that I have. So Wave, Daredevil, this Daredevil variant was a closed beta variant. This Wave was a closed beta variant. This Thor was a closed beta variant. And for what it's worth, chat, I expect a lot of these returning ones to cost money, because those of us that got them in the closed beta, we paid real dollary dues for it. There were transactions in the closed beta, so don't be surprised if they're not free. But there were a bunch of these variants and stuff that happened during the closed beta, because we had full seasons with ranked and season passes and stuff during the closed beta. Ooh, that'll mean I should have a chance to get a Hulk avatar too, though. The Hulk avatar was the season reward for Infinite the very first season. I was not Infinite the first two seasons. Anerotics! Long time no see. You see your name in the Discord server on occasion. Thanks for the almost 5 years and everything else over that time. A crown in a league of its own. I'm doing swell. Mayhew, thank you for the half a year. And Trick, thank you for the sub gifts. Monday. January on Twitch was actually my highest ever average concurrent viewer count on the platform, lifetime. Snap popped off a little bit. Been a good little superhero card game. Man, this is super awkward. We just like don't have any stone. We've drawn literally every card in our deck that costs 4+ energy. Actually every one of them. We have 6 of them. Yes, I guess we'll pass. I really don't want to play Titania Chicken. I assume we're dead here. I'm just gonna bounce. Do you have any interest in the DC game releasing later this year? So, fun fact, my manager was actually in talks with the people that are making DC Dual Force to do some sponsored content on my channel last year, back before they got delayed. So, I am hoping that when they are close to or ready to release, they'll reach back out about setting something up. Speaking of sponsored content, the stream for the next week is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You can check them out on Android and iOS using my link. They also have a PC client as well that we're going to use to play some Raid later today. For people that are newer to my content, I have played a lot of Raid Shadow Legends in the past. When we load it up to play the game at the end of the stream today, you're going to see a very much end game account with a lot of fancy characters that have big numbers. Can I yank Lizard into Hala and then kill them? I think so. honestly might be right to snap here. So little Monka, I don't think I can only play one thing. Cause I think that they might only play one thing. If I play Titania here and they play one thing, we have priority, so she'll jump to their side. Can I ask for some relationship advice? My girlfriend used the computer to adjust every screen away from how I like it. What should I do? I'm gonna give you the best piece of fucking relationship advice you've ever heard in your goddamn life. And when you have a problem with your relationship, don't come on to twitch.tv and ask a random talking head for advice. Go fucking talk to your significant other about it. Come on, gamers.
The universe shall be set right.
What if she said go talk to Jeff? Communication is the key to any long-lasting relationship. Go play for Gilnir. What if your partner mostly plays Galactus decks? Well, it depends on if you're okay with the power trip on occasion. Was not the hood I wanted for Christmas. We're just doing this. Try and play for Asgard here. Goose into wave. What? Are they like the Wave Hulk deck, maybe? I'm gonna slam Dino in the middle and see where things shake out at here. Oh gosh, we even still win Asgard because of the Soul Stone. That's great. Electro-Ramp. No, I think they're the Wave Hulk deck. Maybe they could be Electro-Ramp. I think they're Wave Hulk. Okay, so this is perfect, right? I get to go to Tanya, Green Goblin here, they jump across, and then we pull her back on the last turn and assume we're just winning killed. This even stops them from owning a Doomblader. It's all about Kara. Thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate it. Good to have you back. Hey, Customoria. Thanks for the compliment. Hope your day's going well. And I think we're just supposed to keep our hand large for the Dino in the middle, right? Yep. They fist bumped. I assume they're just leaving. Yeah. That was a sweet game. Victory. I love Titania Green Goblin is one of my favorite turn 4/5s. I love double locking a lane and then getting to pull one of them back. You know what, Anner? When they load up Jeskai Ascendancy onto Magic Arena, that one might be enough to pull me back over there for old time's sake. I don't think I can stomach Magic Online. But we get the clicky combo onto Magic Arena at some point, and we're supposed to because that card's in Explorer. I think we'll 100% fire it up. Hey, Mage Cub, thanks for the almost 4 years. Welcome back. I was really sad Snapcaster Mage got power crept out of Historic. Oh my god, I just gave them a Quantum Tunnel. RIP. Not a fan of the Windows 98. Can't say that I am. Hey, Casey Land, thanks for the quarter of a year. I always think about Titania occupying the space on the opponent's side as her putting the opponent in a wrestling hold. That's definitely fitting, especially with the variant we have. Does Professor X lock the tunnel? He does, yeah. No ins or outs with him. Sometimes reality is disappointing.
The universe shall be set right.
The universe shall be set right. We have not tried Spider-Woman in the Dino slot. It's probably fine. Helps you dodge Shang-Chi. You played Snap. I played Snap for 2 to 3 hours a day, and I feel mentally drained. How do you keep going for basically the whole day? Well, 1, years of practice is part of the answer. I've played a lot of a lot of card games like this for a long time, for all day being my job. It's a nice armor split. But the other part of it is, I think this is important. People often complain about people often complain about the non-games in Marvel Snap, where like the locations just lock you out and there's nothing you could do. But those games are actually important for Marvel Snap to be successful, in my opinion, because they allow the players to have a brain break mid-match. They essentially let you be like, okay, this was a non-game, but I also got to take some time off during this game. Person that said, well, the money helps. Well, I mean, that's just because you're getting paid to do something doesn't mean it's not mentally exhausting if it's something that you find that, right? Is the TLDR? Alright, they just passed, so we'll win Necrosha. Then we have to play around Taskmaster plus She-Hulk. So, I have priority. I have to guess, basically. If they double here, I can Thanos here and win. If they single, I can Thanos here and win. Yeah, we basically have to flip a coin. Valk left wins most of the time. No, unfortunately we have priorities. That's not the case. I've not played Magic or Runeterra, but I get the impression they're mentally harder games to play for a longer period of time. So, Runeterra is absolutely exhausting to play. When I was streaming a lot of Runeterra content, it was difficult for me to play Runeterra for more than 3 or 4 hours at a time. With Magic the Gathering has enough non-games where you just get mana screwed or your opponent gets mana screwed, or you get Wrath of God out of the game, that like, I don't really find that magic to be super exhausting because it has a lot of baked in brain breaks just by the virtue of the game system creating non-games. And Teenage Warhead was trying her best, but Armor had her in the group hug. To the 2/3 of a year, Lionheart. By the way, for the regulars hanging out, I am planning to take a 3-day weekend this weekend. I'm going to be off on Monday. Because Tuesday, we're getting the big patch-a-rooney. I'm gonna take it a little easy heading into that. Plan to stream a bunch, assuming we get a reasonable quality patch. We're gonna get Jeff. We're gonna hopefully get Kitty Pryde back. I'm planning to do a long stream on Tuesday and hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well. I thought I heard you say you'd be off Tuesday and Jeff the Shark would be sure. That's also true. I might even have TJ, you can tell that I'm actually Jeff the Shark pretending to be a human right now because I have shark children as well. The toddler's a big fan of sharks at the moment. There are 3 little hoogs now, Anner. Yeah, my wife and I, Haley is almost 3 actually. It's been a second. Okay, and they have priority here, which is perfect, because we get to go Blue Marvel into Titania here. Darling Sensei, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Claw! Oh, no! I didn't think 12 would be enough to win the right, so I didn't play Titania mid. Reached right into our pocket and took our cubes. Well played, opponent. Okay, Claude. Claw is like the #1 purveyor of cubes. Steals so many from me. Pixel Claw 2 for the extra insult to the injury.
The universe shall be set right.
How many kids do I want? 3 is a wonderful number of children.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
Wines Jack, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Appreciate it. The number of ideal is different for each family for sure. Was it Haley's 3 and Declan's 7? So my wife and I talked about if we were done or not when Declan was what, 3 or so then? Does that math work out? And we decided that we wanted 1 more. Magu X, thank you for the prime. We were aiming for 2 and got triplets. Yep. Any word of advice going from 1 kid to more than 1? It kind of depends on how far apart they are. So like my older 2 are only 15 months apart. So like we had 2 very close together that were like basically potty training and stuff at the same time for the most part. So I have to imagine it's pretty different if you're not like 2 in diapers. Yeah, and also like if they're further apart too, it's different as well, right? Like the way Jacob and Declan are able to interact with Haley is really great in a lot of ways. But if I don't feel like playing with a toddler, I can turn their video games off and make them play with a toddler. No! Our green goblin's been hoodwinked, chat. My poor goblin. Rip. You're one of 7. Yeah, that's a very uncommon number these days. 18 years apart's a big stretch. What was it? Haley is 3, and I am 32. So she'll be 18 before I'm 50, which sounds great. They can be out into the world and doing their own thing before I'm out of middle-agedom. Alright, so we're gonna Daredevil here because I want to leave an open path to Hood Viper into if we find her. Think they'll be out when they're 18. Well, at the very least, I can leave them home and not worry too much about it. I don't know. Maybe they'll be like me, chat. I left home at 17 and I turned out all right. If you're missing Valkyrie, you should definitely replace her with Shang. No, I think your first statement there is correct. The person in chat that said, "Isn't our turn 4 weak?" Our turn 4 like this. Look at this turn 4 here as well, right? Like we just work out turn 4 by playing multiple cards out. What's going on, Pianzer? Thanks for the 2.5 years. Do you know that you're ready for kids, or was it there's never a perfect time situation as well as this? I mean, the point blank honest comment is that my wife and I live a life of incredible privilege, so we knew we wanted kids and we felt relatively secure just jumping in to do it. Because like, even before I was making all right money doing this, like, my wife and I both had jobs as business professionals with college educations and fairly stable incomes. We just never beat a copy of Killmonger, huh? At least not without a Professor X. So I think we're just dead. I guess Time Stone means I get Thanos this turn, but definitely feel it a real dead-like. They're gonna have like Juggernauts or stuff for next turn too. Like if they like Jug the Nidavellir, we're just dead. Are we? I do this. There's a world where this one's the game. YOLO. Fucking gang chat, it's so annoying. Old time waster himself. Did we get him? How's this math work out? I think we're a little short, right? Oh my gosh, are we one short? One short? Ugh. I guess we're two short, technically. Yeah, so the core concept of this one, Anner, is really straightforward. You're just trying to have the most numbers in 2 out of the 3 locations after 6 turns. And this picture you see above my head here of cards that are tracking is each deck is 12 cards. 12 singleton cards. This deck's got a little bit of a twist to it because this deck's technically 18 cards because Thanos puts a bunch of Infinity Stones in our deck. Usually decks are just 12 cards. Thanos is a special exception. He's a big scary villain. Cloak. On average, cloak decks are, what's it called decks? Galactus? Yeah, as far as onboarding is concerned, this game definitely has one of the best onboarding experience of any game I've touched. It's very, very, very well done in that respect. Oh, you know what? I should just play Professor X here, right? Because if this isn't Galactus, we get into trouble. So, by the numbers, Galactus actually doesn't have that good of stats. It's just annoying to play against.
Victory.
Like if we pull up the stats for Galactus, what are we looking at here? Tier list. If we look at everything sub-infinite, Galactus is only 0.31. It's very popular though. It's almost 11%. But if we shrink this number to the more competitive ranks, where people are trying a little harder, at 70 plus, Galactus drops down to 0.2 cubes. And when you get into the really tryhards, the 90 to 99, it well, it actually doesn't drop that much more. This was lower at one point. It's Doomwave Thanos. No, Doomwave is the the Wave She-Hulk combo deck. It's also worth noting that I'm only looking at endgame players, people that are collection level 3,000 plus. These numbers, especially for everyone, look a little bit different if I filter for collection level 500 plus. Galactus is only 8%. That's still pretty high. Still pretty high. I was thinking about playing a couple different things today, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of just vibing with what this deck is doing, so we're just gonna chill on this Thanos deck until we play some Raid here to close out the stream. I mean, this Thanos deck is basically just a control deck playing a lot of cards I like playing while also playing Thanos, right? Like if you look at what all is going on here. I'm a sucker for a Viper Hood deck. Limbo gives us a turn 7. I actually don't know offhand how far the tutorial goes exactly in Raid. I don't know if it has a concise cutoff. Yeah, Teenage Warhead could be okay in this shell. I don't know what you'd cut though. Maybe it's like Devil Dino? Got a Polaris mid to lock them up there. Ooh, I could see that being good. And I'm kind of setting up Professor X shove next turn. Maybe that's unnecessary. Maybe I'm supposed to Polaris one side and then tee up the Professor X after the fact. Yeah, I think thinking about it, you're right. I should Polaris the mid. For people saying there's no turn timer, the little color ticking down here is the turn timer. Yeah, we have 2 more turns here because Limbo adds the 7th turn. I just Professor Middle. Yeah, it might be right to gamble on the Professor X here into where their Shuri is going. It'd definitely be correct.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Is this crazy? Call me, baby. Just lock him in here with us. This lizard doesn't have an ability. Yeah, I kind of just want to lock her up. I'll stand for a cube here. Alright, we'll pump the Shuri player. I'll pump the Shuri player. Time to pump up the GM. Yeah, I think I probably should have just gambled with the Professor X on 5.
The universe shall be
I kind of
set
split the
right.
difference and it wasn't good. This is often a Galactus gamer, yeah? Patty Bakes. Ha! Well.
Oh, snap.
Time's up.
I've made a terrible mistake. I've made a terrible mistake.
Escaped.
Oh no.
The universe shall be set right.
Do I buy every bundle in the Snap store? No. I only purchase the bundles that are better than buying credits outright. Alright, I could have gone worse. You consider Debris in the stack. I think Debris would not be very good considering my deck gets very cluttered on board space as is. Alright, so they're a hella deck. Discarded Captain Marvel. So I almost Spider-Man the Vault. But that actually just doesn't accomplish anything, right? That's actually perfect.
Higher,
Not-
faster, baby.
Lower, closer, slower, Grandma. Nowhere to go.
Victory.
Nowhere to go. lad.
The universe shall be set right.
Asking about this Thanos list versus the ongoing one that we've played. The ongoing one's a little bit more of a proactive list. This is more of a reactive control list. So, which of the two is probably more of a playstyle preference? This just felt very cohesive, though. It's the best Series 4 card other than Shuri! Exclamation point tier list in chat. Which a full breakdown of my opinions of all the cards in Series 4 or 5 right now. Right on time, Mindstone. Welcome to the party. Thanks, Asteroid M. Appreciate you. Professor X has looked real good these last couple of games. Arrow would beat us. Yeah, that's true. I think the cards that beat us here are unlikely to be in their deck. Is the TLDR. Arrow and Blue Marvel are the two somewhat commonly played cards that could beat us there. And I don't expect my opponent to really have access to either of them. You notice you never snap. That's because I'm infinite rank and there's no incentive for me to snap. Watching games play out to their natural conclusion is better for content purposes and showcasing highlight games on YouTube later. Something you'll often want to listen for me saying, Diablo, is you'll hear me say something like, if we're playing for keeps, I would snap here. I do my best to try and call out when I feel optimal snapping would be taking place if I was a lower rank still. But it is somewhat rare that I actually snap. Post infinite. Much damage does Jeff the Shark do to the viability of Professor X? I mean, I assume every Professor X deck also plays their own copy of Jeff the Shark, right? Yes, that's also true. The way matchmaking currently works with bot MMRs it can actually be actively detrimental for me to snap post-infinite, which is unfortunate, but it's the reality. Thoughts on replacing Blue Marble with Leech in this deck? I think a lot of the strength of Leech is predicated on the fact that it is getting some other kind of value, like Lockjaw in the other Thanos decks. Holy shit. And I think without, well, I mean, that could have gone worse. I think without Lockjaw, I think without Lockjaw, you'd mostly rather not have Leech. Holy board care, man. Yeah, the Killmonger living up to its name there. Their death is very free. Accurate. So we're hoping that Spooderman can lock up the center for us, and then Valk can win us the other location is the loose plan here.
Opponent snapped.
We do this, and then we Soulstone plus Valk in the middle on the last turn.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
There's a world where this loses, I suppose. You got a Valk Soulstone the right? Yeah, possibly. We could be in a little bit of a coin flip situation depending on where they play here. Or that's basically the TLDRs. We're gonna flip a coin here. Ooh, we lose the breaker to Dr. Doom. Their deck was greedier than ours and had a Dr. Doom in it.
The universe shall be set right.
Old Power Stone into the Dark Dimension. Yeah, Dr. Doom getting to flex there, why it's one of the best 6 drops of the game. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, Biren. I think this is just like Tempo Viper into Soulstone. Honestly, I think I want a Sentinel here. It's good with my Dino later. Yeah, Doom's in a lot of shells at the moment for sure. As they add more restrictive locations to the game, Doom becomes becomes better and better, right? Why are they putting Sentinels into their hand in their bounce deck? Confused. I mean, I don't know how recently you've watched the highlight reels, but most of my more recent highlights have not had losses in them, Larcy. Because unfortunately, the shorter highlights have been performing better, and there just isn't room to shove losses into a 3 to 5 game highlight a lot of the time. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube is a shit platform that encourages you to do not great things for metrics, like not including losses, so I am unlikely to return to putting losses into things because there's just not an incentive to do so. Remember, if you want longer uncut stuff, I have a secondary YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, where full stream archives get posted to. But as much as I personally think the longer highlights that show some losses are better, they're more work and make less money. So like working harder to be less successful is just like not a good play.
Oh, snap.
Card Stay Series 4 for 3 months. This makes the game come down to a breaker here, which we could lose, I suppose, but Medano's pretty big. Yeah, this is like the most honest version of Thanos I've played, which makes it feel like the biggest brain. I don't know that it's necessarily the best, but it's easily the most satisfying to play. Just it's like pretty interactive. It makes you think through a lot of stuff. There's no lockjaw spins. Probably dead here, I imagine. We're only up by 7 here in the middle. So they need, oh, they have Darkhawk on the left. Yeah, super dead. Point here. Alrighty. We are gonna be